All right, we are back talking about the NL Central this time. Going to be a contentious conversation because.
Nice word choice.
Thank you. I took the SATs. Because you have a very surprise pick, not the Cubs, not the Cardinals, not the Pirates, not the Brewers, but the
Cincinnati Reds
winning the division next year. Which is,
I think, I don't know if anybody saw them play, but if they had an ounce of pitching, they would have won a whole bunch more games. Their offense is astronomical. They play with energy. They play. Their manager is a great leader. They want to make sure that they go out there. And these guys, there's a young bunch of core guys that play for the Reds, 3 through 6, that are power hitting RBI guys that I think are just fun to watch. And the people who have been to the Great American Ballpark, these balls fly out of there. There's the guys who are going to hit 30 to 40 home runs. If the Reds get some pitching, I can see them winning 90-plus games this year in a very competitive division. That might be enough to win the division. The Reds have the biggest bullet on them besides the White Sox. So I think the Reds and the White Sox are the most exciting teams in baseball right now.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm less optimistic about the Reds' chances of even the playoffs, let alone winning the division. Think they are going to be a fun team to watch. They've always been a fun team to watch. I love Joey Votto. He's one of my favorite players.
Nice ballpark, too.
It's a nice ballpark. A lot of potential in that team.
A very good manager, too, by the way. Very good manager.
Pitching needs help. You're right. Pitching needs health, but I think Trevor Bauer, being mentally stable is always good and not throwing the ball over the center field wall. I mean, him and Frank, yeah, he does. There's no one's doubting his arm. No one's ever brought his arm up there.
You want to go get it.
But you got to see another John Boy media clip. But when Bauer throws the ball over the center field wall, Francona, just read his lips. I mean, Francona was very displeased.
2 days later, he was traded.
Yep. There's potential there. I think they need Gregorius to be that shortstop, switch Galvez over to second, help in left field, and help in the rotation.
Yeah, okay. I agree. And then Cardinals, I think, will make the playoffs. I think it's a very good team.
Just second place is just bonkers to me.
I mean,
they didn't. Oh, by the way, the Reds didn't lose that much. They lost Alex Wood, Jose Iglesias, Justin Grimm. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Then I got the Cardinals. Brewers will go downhill. I think losing a catcher is a sure sign. The Cubs will be the biggest disappointment in baseball this year. Mark my words. The Cubs will trade 2 of the 4 core players, and then the attitude of the team. Ross is not the answer. He's going to go in there and he's buddy with some of the players. I think the Cubs finish below 500. I think Theo gets fired, and I think they go back and rebuild after this year, and they'll finish below 500, and they'll be missing 2 of the core players by the time of the winter meetings and beyond. And Theo will then start getting very desperate and making some bad moves, and the Pirates finishing last. The Cubs finishing 4th.
What a divisional prediction by Kevin Murnane here, a notorious Cubs fan.
Yeah, they pissed me off. I know. You know what? The bet I lost because of these people. I gotta dress like a buffoon.
Anyways, all right. Let's look at the Cubs. Cubs lost a lot of people.
And we'll lose more, by the way.
Hamels, Steve. Is it Cishek? Cishek.
Correct.
Sorry, Steve. Pedro Strop, Brandon Kinsler. No one's talking about them. He's a good reliever.
Great relief pitcher.
Ben Zobrist, Castellanos, Brandon Morrow, David Phelps, and Kendall Graveman has already been signed.
Yeah, Oakland. No, I take it back. Kansas City.
No.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle. Sorry, my fault.
So a lot of losses there, almost like the Nationals. Trades are likely because they're already over the luxury tax with multiple holes.
Correct.
They need bullpen help and another starter. I think there will be 3 trades. My dad won't like any of them. He didn't talk about any of the trades. He said they're going to suck. I'll at least give you some options.
I'd love to hear
this. First trade is Ian Happ.
Yes.
He is not what they thought they would, so they're going to get what they can for him. They also trade Kyle Schwarber, and they also trade Albert Amora. So they trade almost their whole outfield outside Jason Haywood and rebuild from there.
Albert Amora's not going to get much in return, by the way.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to play much.
He might be a non-tender guy.
Then he's a non-tender guy.
Yeah, Schwarber go to American League team.
Yeah, he's a DH.
Yeah.
I think they hold on to Chris Bryant, Hayward, Rizzo, Contreras.
We'll see.
And Baez too. I think it's dumb, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'd love for you to get rid of Kimbrel. I think that was a waste of money. You do need a starter because Cotton may not come back. May not be able to decent. You really need help in your bullpen.
There's no one there right now.
It's a big question mark. It reminds me very similar to what the Red Sox are kind of, which way do you go type of thing. I think the Red Sox are in a better position than Chicago. I think the Cubs will lose more games than the Red Sox. I don't think either will make the playoffs. I still see a Cardinal 10-plus game differential, but none of these teams. The Cardinals are the only team in the Central that makes the playoffs. Everyone else doesn't make the playoffs.
Brewers go to like 85 and 75 type of scenario?
Yeah, maybe a little less.
Okay.
Maybe like an 80 and 80 or 81 and 81.
Yeah.
Perfect 500.
Yeah.
Brewers have a lot of holes as well. The catching, first base, third base. They lost Grandal, Moustakas, Eric Thames, which is Lecca, Gio Gonzalez, Drew Pomeranz already signed, Jordan Lyles, and then 2 trades within the past 2 weeks, Chase Anderson and Zach Davies, so 2 starters. So they need pitching.
Davies was a good pitcher, by the way.
Yeah, they need pitching. They need catching, first base, third base. A lot of question marks. I don't know why they got the Urias guy from the Padres. They already have a pretty quality second baseman that, again, he was a rookie this year.
In the press release, they called him a shortstop.
So that means a
the
replacement
Brewers
for Arcia? Arcia?
Yeah. Sorry. Brewers think he's going to be a shortstop.
Arcia was their
figure that
guy.
Out. Yeah.
Whatever.
Another trade, maybe.
They don't have an ace. They have a lot of injuries last year.
Yeah.
A lot of issues with the Brewers. So, again, too many question marks for me.
Correct.
Sorry about that. It's late here on the East Coast.
Sun's gone down.
There's a town in Alaska that already has 24 hours of darkness for like a month.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no rhythm of life. We digress.
We do. Hi, Alaska. If you're watching,
right.
how'd you get into baseball?
That's right.
Comment below if you're Alaskan and you got into baseball.
Yeah.
Where am I going next? Pirates is the last team to talk about?
Yeah, and they're in disarray.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I'm with that. Pirates are definitely in disarray. I think Ben Sherrington trades everybody.
Marte's on the block.
Marte,
and
Bell,
he said he'd like to play for the Mets.
And Polanco, all gone.
Yeah.
Well, he likes Cespedes, I think. Marte likes Cespedes.
Yeah. But think about at one point how much star power the Pirates had.
Yes.
3-4 years ago.
Yep.
And now they're going to go.
I think Chris Archer gets traded too.
He didn't have a good year.
Still Chris Archer.
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy.
Got in a big brawl. The
He
good old
did.
Pirates Reds. I want to see more of that, but I think it's not going to be the same teams at all next year. Because Puig's not in the Reds. Pirates are going to trade Crick.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I need to talk about the Pirates. Missing
boy, here
clearly
we go.
from the Pirates is Felipe Vasquez.
He's a wonderful human being.
Jesus, he's a dumb dude, terrible human being, but has no idea when a media person asks him a softball question about like, did you do it? You deny it because you haven't seen proof yet. But he goes, no, I did it. So
yes, and I have a wife and children at home.
So yeah, I mean, again, he's
out of baseball.
Yeah, he will never see the major leagues again.
Yeah.
So Pirates still owe him money. I don't know if they're going to try to avoid that contract or how that'll work.
I think there's a clause in your contract.
If you're in prison, you should probably not have to get paid to be in prison.
Yeah, there's a clause in every professional athlete's contract about behavior and all that. I think they can get out of that contract pretty well, especially if he's found guilty.
Oh, he definitely is.
All right, but I'm just saying, I think that's null and void.
If you're also Felipe Vasquez, you're very happy that the Houston Astros are cheating and baseball stopped talking about you.
Correct.
But
spring training's around the corner.
Anyways, Pirates are a pretty rough team.
Yeah.
They're definitely in the bottom 10 finishers.
I think that's a 95-loss team.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
They will look different. Newman's a good shortstop, though.
That's right.
Newman.
That's right.
Do your best, Newman.
Newman.
So that's about it for their what's going on in that team. That is the NL Central. We're going to finish up the West and then be done this year's edition
of
the Father and Son Pastime Show.
Dang it. Just started.